What is up, guys? Stark here. I am back for another Fate video, and in today's video we are going to be doing the calendar video for November. Now unfortunately I am a day behind on this. That's my bad. I was not feeling very well for the past couple of days, and I was really busy yesterday, and it honestly just slipped my mind. So yeah, I do apologize for that, but on the bright side, there wasn't really anything important to talk about for yesterday that is not actually available today. So yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and talk about it. There's a couple things out already, a couple things that we almost definitely will get, and then we have a bit of a dead period at the end of the month, but it's not actually going to be a dead period because we're going to get the Thanksgiving event. I'll talk about it more when we get there, but for now, we're going to go ahead and talk about, well, let's go ahead and talk about the first real fast. I mean, I know it already happened, so we can't go back in time and pull, but the first, we do have Van Gogh and Nemo out for the Imaginary Scramble event. Both of those characters are available. They were available yesterday. They'll be available today, and yeah, we're just going to go over this real fast. For the first, for the other banner, the pre-release campaign banner, you had Yang and Frankenstein. Once again, can't pull for those characters right now, but don't worry, because all those characters will be summonable again in the future if you did want that. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and talk about today, which may also be in the past, depending on when this video actually hits YouTube. But as of right now, as of this recording, it is still the 2nd of November, so we can go ahead and pull for these characters. Nemo and Van Gogh are both currently rated up, and on the pre-release campaign banner, we do have Yang and Raiko, Summer Raiko. Let's not get confused with the other one, because the other Raiko is actually going to be available at some point during this month, more than likely. Yes, Summer Raiko is available here. Moving on to the third, it's just going to be Van Gogh rated up, and then on the pre-release banner, we have Yang and Mysterious Heroine XX. Now, Yang's rated up the entirety of the event, so I'm just going to stop talking about Yang at this point in time, just because it's kind of redundant to just keep talking about Yang. She's rated up all days during the event, so if you want her, pull for her whatever day you want, I guess. Yeah, but she'll be rated up throughout the entirety of the event. So, moving on to the 4th. On the 4th, we have Nemo and Summer Frankenstein rated up. I guess I should clarify it's Summer Frankenstein, not regular Berserker Frankenstein. So, if you are interested in that, definitely a good opportunity. These are all, well, it's Yang. Yang's not a summer character, but the other three are all summer characters. So, always good to pull for those characters when they are available, because they do not come back very often, especially outside of summertime events. The 5th, we have Van Gogh and Summer Raiko rated up. On the 6th, we have Nemo and Mysterious Heroine XX rated up. You guys can see here, it's just pretty much flip-flopping servants back and forth throughout the days. Not a whole lot going on. On the 7th, we do have Van Gogh rated up, and then we have Mysterious Heroine X, Summer Frankenstein, Summer Raiko, all rated up. This is the last day of the pre-release campaign banner, so you have the opportunity to pull for all 4 of the servants. On the 8th, we do have Van Gogh and Nemo rated up, and this will also be the same for the 9th of November, and this will be the last day to pull for Nemo or Van Gogh. I do think characters are worth pulling for, so definitely, if you haven't, at least make an attempt to try and get those characters. But the 9th is the last day. So moving on to the 10th, we start with new stuff, potential new stuff, I guess I should say. It's not confirmed or anything like that. But on JP, this event did follow up right after the Imaginary Scramble event, so I see no reason why this will not actually follow suit. It matches up pretty well with the schedule of what we should be expecting, so I see no reason why we won't get this. Anyway, it's going to be the download campaign banner. Only has one servant. It's going to be Murasaki, so she'll be back again, and she'll be rated up for the duration of the event, and it's only a week long, so you'll have 7 days to pull for her. There's no other servants in the banner, so we're just going to go ahead and skip on to the next date. For me, I do have that as the 13th of November, and this is going to be something like a pre-release campaign for the new Lostbelt chapter. So get a few characters, nothing new, but you do have the opportunity to get some cool characters, especially Kintoki. He's been around forever, but you do get a really cool costume for Kintoki coming up. So you obviously need the character to use the costume. That is what I'm looking forward to the most. And like I said before, the 5-star Raiko is also rated up in this month, and this will be the event that we do get her in. Now the date for this, probably not very accurate. We might actually get this a little bit earlier. Not 100% sure, but the dates more or less align with what I think is going to happen here, so I don't see any reason why we won't get it around this time. I figure they're going to do this first and then lead into the Thanksgiving stuff. They could do it the other way around, but I just think this will be a little bit easier for them to do. Anyway, so you have Raiko, Kintoki, and then you also have Ibaraki and Danzo rated up. Ibaraki and Danzo rated up the entirety of the event, so it's just Kintoki and Raiko just flip-flopping days here. And they do it every other day, really, for the most part. So the 14th, everything remains the same. 15th, it's just going to be Kintoki rated up. This will be the same for the 16th, but this is the final day, presumably, to pull for Murasaki. So if you did want her, just go ahead and make sure you get those pulls in before then. The 17th is going to be Raiko. This will be the same for the 18th. The 19th and the 20th, you do have Kintoki and Raiko both rated up. The 21st and 22nd will just be Kintoki. And then on the 23rd and 24th, it will just be Raiko. And on the 25th, all 4 of them will be available. And that will be the end of that. So now we're going to go ahead and cycle back a little bit. Normally I don't do it like this, but for this we're going to go ahead and do it this way. So yeah, so after the 25th, that's pretty much it for the month. Obviously there's going to be something else that comes out, but there's no way of really predicting, because what I'm predicting is we're going to get the Thanksgiving banner, and that is not something that JP has. So it's just going to be a NA exclusive, global exclusive, however you want to call it. I do think that this will come around Thanksgiving time, if not on Thanksgiving. It pretty much coincides completely with Kintoki. Like, you could push Kintoki up to the 12th, and then it'll end on Thanksgiving, which means on Thanksgiving we'll have the banner, and that will last a week, which will lead us into December, and presumably lead us into Lostbelt 5, or 5.5. I think it actually is 5.5 or 5.2 or whatever. I can't keep track of what the numbers are. But the new Lostbelt will come out in December, presumably. So I do think that is a pretty good segue into that. Yeah, it's 5.5. Okay, cool. Anyway, so yeah, I think that's gonna happen. I do have Summer Artoria on there. There's really no rhyme or reason why I picked her. I guess the only reason why, is because the Korea version of the server has a banner with her, and we didn't get that. So maybe we'll get her for Thanksgiving. I don't know. I really don't know. But we'll get something. We'll get something on or around Thanksgiving. It's always a really good banner, so we're gonna have some cool servants there. But I don't have anything to talk about because I don't know what those servants are. We do typically get really good servants though. So like previously, we Skahak's always a pretty good one. Gilgamesh is always featured there. Actually, he's been in all of them except for one. Musashi, Okita, Ishtar's been on there a few times. Ivan's been on there. They give us some pretty rare characters that don't come back too often, and then they give us some popular characters that are pretty much always around. So no idea what they're gonna pick. Hopefully they pick either. I hope they pick someone that I really need, or that they just pick characters I don't want at all, because then I don't have to worry about spending money on it. But yeah, I guess let me know in the comments what you guys think are going to be the servants for the Thanksgiving banner, or maybe just what servants you actually want them to put on the banner. But for me personally, I already have Van Gogh. I pulled for her last month when she officially came out, and I will be pulling for Kintoki. He's going to be the big hit for me this month because I want the costume and I don't have him yet. And then we'll wait and see what happens for Thanksgiving, and we'll go from there. But yeah, guys, that's going to wrap up the video. really not that much to talk about because I don't know what's coming, but I don't know. I guess maybe that's why I wasn't so keen on making this video and why I made it a day or two late, but regardless, it's here. I didn't want to like break the streak completely, so we got the video. Let me know in the comments what you guys are thinking about this month, and I will see you guys next time.